Hey bro, I know I told you, that I didn't get a vasectomy and that Melissa thinks that I did and you helped me with that. I need you to know that that's the only lie that I have like ongoing right now. I'm not a liar. And I want you to see me as like an honest dude because I know how it may look that I'm lying to her about that. But that lie really it was an accidental one, not something I planned, and it came straight out of anger. It's no big deal. It's between you and her. I care about you lying to me. As long as you don't lie to me, then we're square. Yeah, exactly that. That's a good segue actually because I never want to lie to you as my bro. I want to keep things 100. Like, I have a rule with myself. Never fight with Brian and never lie to Brian. That's two rules, but you know what I mean. So I want to tell you something. Okay. What's up? I know we made like a pact that, hypothetically, you're not infertile. You get the results back and your swimmers are swimming like Michael Phelps. Like you could have babies with whatever. If that's the case, I know we said that we would do a paternity test to see Charlotte just for some closure, right? But I'm now thinking that, and I don't mean to disappoint you, but I don't want to. I don't even want to deal with Charlotte. And I know she's your niece, but I want to live my life with Melissa. And my mom's planning to run for governor. If she's gonna have grandkids, I want to start fresh with Melissa. I genuinely want to let go of my past, and I'm tired of the Miranda stuff. I don't want to revisit that. I hear you. I get it. I had a feeling you would say something like this, but I'm not gonna lie to you. It's very disappointing. I thought, we thought the same thing, I guess. I was hoping you wouldn't change your mind. Then again, I don't want to be seen as the obsessed guy with Charlotte anymore, but yeah, I'm sorry. But I had to be real with you. And your uncle, and I'm not saying he led me to the conclusion, but he pointed some things out that it could be messy. And you as well, as your brother, I just know that a baby like her between us is going to put a strain on our brotherhood. And I don't want nothing messing that up. I think like having a brother is way more beneficial to my future life than Charlotte. And I know that's terrible to say, but think about it. If you're fertile and you have a bunch of kids, and I have maybe some kids, I don't know, especially with the way things are going with Melissa right now and the lie. I'm just saying, I could be an uncle to your kids, you could be an uncle to my kids, without the messiness of Charlotte Montgomery. It's things like that, though. You didn't even catch it, but I catch it. I don't think anyone else catches it. You just said Charlotte Montgomery. She has my last name. And I'm not obsessed. I'm not sitting around going crazy over it. I don't know. I don't know what I thought. I guess I had hope. That last chance, last ditch effort that maybe something was wrong and I would turn out to be her father. And I would was telling myself, like, don't get obsessed. Just wait. Just don't think about it and wait. You'll be rewarded. Once again, the universe is telling me to let her go, and how the hell am I supposed to do that? I know it's tough. I think about Junior. There's a birth certificate with his name and my last name. And I was never supposed to see a death certificate. You know what I mean? So I get it, in a sense. But man, don't you believe the test? Why? I know I said I would, but no one wants to do this again. No. Just leave it be. Just let go. I know it's tough to let go, but you have to. You have to let go. Charlotte is still here. I don't have to let go. And if you want to make our relationship as brothers even stronger, just keep it between us and help me out here. No one has to be involved in any of this but us. Can be on the same team. I'm not obsessed and crazy and losing my mind about trying to find her. I just love her, and I want to see her, and I want things to be normal, whether she's my niece or my daughter. I've been trying not to push you to be in her life. And I know you're getting pulled every other way. But I miss her. And again, I'm not sitting around wishing like, oh, okay, well, I hope Joey really goes through with this. I try not to obsess, but I want what I want. It's scary, man. Because I know what happened to you and the rock bottom stuff. Let me refresh your memory. You were talking about taking Charlotte from Miranda and running away with her. Am I wrong or am I right? As your bro, that's not sane thinking. That's not good thinking. That's villain thinking. And, the second, hypothetically, hypothetically you're not her dad, and I take Charlotte back, or, I watch her on the weekends or whatever. I just know the obsessed version of you is going to take Charlotte and run. And you're not going to do it to me. You're going to do it to Miranda to get back at her. Wrong or am I right? Again, why can't we just do it? If I'm fertile, get a paternity test, we'll keep it between us. You don't have to involve your mom, my uncle, your sister, Melissa. Tell Melissa, please. But it doesn't have to be a whole big thing. I want closure. Yeah, everyone can tell me to trust your nanny Agatha. My uncle can, as much as I love him, come on, can I really trust him? Well, first you gotta figure out whether or not you're infertile or not. Then we can, look, if you're fertile, if your swimmers are swimming, then between you, me, and I guess Miranda, it has to be Miranda, we'll do it. All three of us. I can get her to agree. I know I can. We'll do a paternity test if you're fertile. But if you're not fertile, which, you're making it hard for me to root for that, then I don't want to hear it. We move on as brothers. You're infertile. She's not your kid, and I don't want her in my life. And we move on. and it's a fly, and you find love or something or whatever. I start my family with Melissa, and that's it. Look at it this way, because this is how I see it. Charlotte is my one chance right now. My one definite chance, whether it's as an uncle or a father, to be different from our dad. That's all I ever wanted to do. That's why I was so a perfectionist with Miranda. I cared way too much because I wanted to be different from him. I wanted to, our dad would not have tried to go find her, turn over every stone to find her. He would not have done that. But I did. And I don't regret it. But I will regret not getting a paternity test of my own with you. If it comes to that. I want to be different from him. Damn, I get it. Some of the worst insults that my mom ever hurled at me was that I was like him. So I get it. You think I'm like him because I don't want anything to do with Charlotte? Yeah, kind of. And Joey, he's your dad too. First time in history you and I can work together to show that man in hell that we're nothing like him. That we're 1,000,000 times better as parents than he ever was. We have both made mistakes. You gave up Junior, I gave up Charlotte. We've messed up. But Charlotte is still out there. And she's still very young. She could still look at it as, oh, my dad Brian came back for me, or my dad Joey came back for me, or my dad Joey came back for me and I have an uncle named Brian who thought he was my dad but still loved me enough to be in my life anyway, even after finding out he wasn't. We can do that. Forget what my uncle says, forget what Miranda wants, forget what your mom wants. What the hell do you want? I know what I want. You're right. I need to start being a just better person, even better than I am now. You have to promise me that no matter what any of these tests say, that we will never revert back to fighting each other. That we will never hate each other over Charlotte, over your uncle, over Miranda, nothing. I want this man, like you said, down in hell to see that his sons are thriving without him and they're better men than he ever was. You got it, man. You see if you're fertile or not. We'll do the paternity test and one of us, or both of us, are going to be in Charlotte's life. I'm not going to turn my back on her. You're right.